FYI 101, this video demonstration is showing you how to import references into your Zotero Citation Reference Database Manager and then export the references in MLA format. It's quick and easy, and I highly recommend you use Zotero. So you need to go to the Zotero website, that's zotero.org, download the software and install it on your own personal computer. It's really quick, it's free. And then have the software up and running. So you'll notice that I've got a library here. I've got different projects defined here, different folders. I've got a folder called FYI 101 and a subfolder called Climate Change. You can create new folders with a right button click. So really easy to do. You'll figure out how to do that. And then this is actually stored on your computer. So you need a little bit of memory space on your computer. All right, so let's now go to Academic Search Ultimate, and I did a quick search here this morning. I'm interested in permafrost change in Alaska due to climate change. So there are my search terms. I hit the search and I've got a bunch of really good returns here. And I want the ones that I want to keep, the references I want to manage here, I'm going to put into a little folder here. This is using the EBSCOhost. I can see the reference here. I could export it as each one individually in MLA format, but it's a whole lot easier to manage all these and keep track of them if I put them into Zotero. So the first step is to put it into a little folder here, and I'm going to click on the ones I want to put into a folder. By the way, here's a climate change preserve in Alaska that's named after a fellow named Troy Payway. He was an Augustana alumnus. So notice some of these are available PDF. Some of them I'd have to order from interlibrary loan. If you have to do an interlibrary loan, you've got to give yourself a little bit of time for that. So I've got a bunch of really good papers here I might want to be looking at. This one in particular intrigues me because it's talking about native towns in northern Alaska and what's happening as the permafrost is thawing there. So I've got a bunch loaded up here into that folder. And now if I come to the top, I can go to my folder view. We'll open that up. We'll try anyway. There it is. Okay. Here's my folder view. So this is going to have all of those references that I loaded in my folder. Remember, I'm still in the cloud here on EBSCO. So let's select all of those. What I want to do is export them into Zotero. So I clicked on all of those. And to do that, I click on each little box, and then I click on Export. Now to go to Zotero, it asks you what format to use, and I want to click the first one, which is RIS format. I'm not quite sure what that means, but you can see the Zotero is an option. That just means it's going to talk to Zotero. So when I'm ready, I click on Save. Now at that point, it gets downloaded into my download folder. You can see it here, and once it's downloaded, I have to click on it there, I believe. Yeah, it's not showing up in Zotero yet. So I'm going to double click on that, and then it's going to take me directly to Zotero and ask me, do I want to import that? I'm going to say, of course I want to. There we go. So once I click on that, it just imported it. So that's pretty cool. There are those references. Any one of these, I can look on this and I can see that it's in my own database. That's not what I wanted to do. Somehow clicked out of Zotero. And I can see each one of those references here. So really, really cool stuff. So now I've got all these into my database. Let's say all of these I want to export as a as a bibliography. I want to create a bibliography in MLA format. So what I want to do here is open up Microsoft Word. Just have a new blank document going. And then come back to Zotero. And I'm going to highlight the ones that I want to export. So I'm going to highlight all of them. And then I'm going to do a right button click, and you can see it says Create Bibliography from Items. So all the ones that I highlighted, it's going to create a bibliography, and I'm going to copy that to the clipboard. Now I need to choose my style here. So there's a bunch of different styles. You can see I've got highlighted Geological Society of America, but of course I'm not using that for this class. I'm going to use MLA 9th edition, Modern Languages Association. So I want to click on that, and that's going to be my citation style. And we're going to copy to a clipboard and hit OK. And it should be there. And then when I come back to Microsoft Word, I can do a paste function and put them all in. And there it is. There are all of my references. And they're all in MLA formatting. Now, every time you use something like this, you could be importing it as MLA format directly from the library website too, from EBSCOhost, but you need to check that it did everything right. All right, so I would take a good check through here. So I want to make sure that every entry here has the title of the publication, the journal in this case, and then the date and the page numbers. And it's also listing where I got it here, Academic Search Ultimate. If I wanted to, I could erase that. That's not really necessary, but that's just, it kind of does that, I guess, extra function here for some reason. So there you go. I've got all those ready to go, and I could then just submit that as my bibliography.